Good morning, guys. Good morning, boys and girls. Or evening, good afternoon. This is another episode of Rough's Rocks. I'm gonna take you today to my experience with quartz in a very famous locale known for titanite and feldspar crystals in Ontario. But this time it's really focusing on quartz. I've been there a few times and was intrigued by a few finds. By the way, I want to apologize for my latest uploads on YouTube, especially with short videos. Maybe you get a little annoyed with what's happening. I can't figure out myself, but that's not the story for this installment of Rough's Rocks. Anyway, let's take you to my finds and a little video of location itself.
Oh, Rough's Rocks, the road calls him back again, with a backpack full of memories and a bucket full of friends.
Guys, look what I found. You better get into these woods, better it gets. Look at these crystals everywhere in this gap. I don't have time to dig it, and I never found in this area in my life pyrite, but here it is with quartz and who knows what. I don't have room in my backpack, it's too heavy. I'm leaving this. So anyway, if you see this, that's a little further along the Titanite Hill. Easy to find stuff today because there is no leaves and no mosquitoes. So like I said earlier, my experience with quartz at Titanite Hill is kind of started a long time ago. I found these pieces of a quartz formation in the middle of the hill. I don't remember exactly where, but this particular one I think is so-called pseudomorph. Basically silicate quartz material is taking a shape of amphibole that you can see next to it, probably some pyroxene. So years passed, then a couple of years ago, actually that was last spring, I found this little point, which is kind of interesting that nobody stepped on it because it was kind of exposed on the top of the hill. Then same year I came back, and maybe in my other videos you saw this big boulder coming home with me, mixed up with outcrops of beautiful amphiboles. You can see them deep down in the cavities, with this forming quartz, most likely in a gap within matrix. Matrix is of course the one of hornblende based gneiss rock, creating those cracks in which quartz has room to crystallize. But my last trip, and let's forget about these two, my last trip was really interesting because I went to the section that I never been, and I found these beauties. Again, very poor in silica, a lot of crystallization of amphiboles. These are mostly classified as fluoriterites, based on what I learned at our last meeting, one of the last meetings of Walker Mineral Club. And of course this area, when I was there a few weeks ago, it happens to be rich in quartz, in silica, meaning that that would be last mineral crystallizing in those cavities. You have another example of beautiful outcrop of fluoriterite in this vein. And this area on the hill, Titanite Hill, is very poor in titanite and feldspar. But those samples that I'm showing you are really beautiful in a morphology, in a crystal formation. You can see several directions of crystallization here of fluoriterite, and these are also terminated heads of the crystals facing the other direction, and they peppered with this almost kind of double terminated attached crystals of quartz, which obviously crystallize as a last mineral in a cavity. There's another cutie here. This would be again fluorictorite with pinkish feldspar in the middle. This one doesn't have quartz in it, but I thought it's so cute that it has to come with me home. This is another portion of blob of a kind of floater full of amphiboles, melted, it looks like a donut, melted feldspars, and all around you can see action going on. It was like one of those floating pieces left over, picking up elements, crystallizing with a little bit of quartz here and amphiboles, and again no titanite here. But the most interesting find from that particular hole I found, which you're going to see in the video, is this outcrop here of packed amphiboles with a nice blob of quartz. But what is interesting is this casing on top. This is hematite. That zone, that vein particularly, was very rich in iron, which I also showed you on video. A little bit of pyrite actually. So that zone definitely is something I will go back to, because it looks like that mineralization there is really interesting and unusual for Titanite Hill. So another proof of hematite here. And again, those amphiboles are classified as and I'm again quoting people who actually did diagnosis on these as fluorictorites, those shiny ones. But of course at the hill you're gonna find quite a few of those stubby short crystals that you call hornblends, but really scientifically they are called ferromagnesiocataphyrites, which again are very minuscule differences in a chemical composition between those amphiboles. To finish this short introduction of my finds, I also found, this is a little higher on the hill, a blob of unfortunately broken tips of augite. So Titanite Hill is just like with some feldspar center. So Titanite Hill is something that will always surprise you. You have to wander left and right, don't just stick to one typical calcite vein. And of course there's plenty of apatites in calcite dikes, and this is another peppering of quartz. These are kind of nicely finished stubby crystals mixed up with matrix of other minerals from, and this is your typical gneiss root of the rock that gives the beginning to crystallization if there is room to grow. So this is the finds from that zone, quartz from Titanite Hill. I hope you're getting inspired with these close-ups. And again, I apologize about my uploads lately because you may be confused what's going on, but I'm trying trial and error with uploading shorts videos, which are really helping me out to reach out to more subscribers. It's kind of like a short video showing what my channel is all about. If you like this content, please like and subscribe, tell all crazy people about what I do, and I hope I see you soon somewhere in the forest. Well, okay guys, behind me Gibson Road, backpack full of beautiful specimens. I could not show you because it's just too hard to do taping and rock hounding. In front of me, a lake. I got in here, so I hope I get out. So let's do it together. I'm on 4x4. I just floor it and let's see. We made it. It's a little different because I put running boards on a truck, so I'm hitting from time to time some branches. But I'm getting home. When I get home, I'll show you what I found. Thanks for joining me.
Oh, rafts, rocks, they shine like the truth in the dust. Little treasures